Zach here at Throttle Addiction. Today we are spending the weekend in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania at the Glory Daze motorcycle show. So Throttle Addiction, your home of buying parts and winning motorcycles. But we're gonna walk through, talk to some of the builders here at Glory Daze, check out the bikes, and bring you along for the ride. Let's check it out. We're here at Glory Daze, and you know when we spot the Throttle Addiction Hardtail out in the wild, we got to track down the owner and get the story. This is one clean looking machine. I'm here with Jordan, local boy, Pittsburgh.
Yes, sir.
Tell us a little bit about what we got going on here, man. Where'd you find the bike? What did it start out as? What are we doing?
It started out as a 2003 anniversary Sportster bike. I got it off of a guy that worked like oil rigs and never rode it.
Okay.
Had a base gasket leak. My original idea was I wanted something shiny and really chrome. So 2003, the bikes are out there. They're a dime a dozen in chrome.
I was telling you earlier, like this is one of the cleanest Sportster motors I see, and to get them with all the chrome and the cut jugs and stuff is a great starting point. Yeah,
he rode it over. All of the back lines, fuel lines, everything was dry rot, and I think the bike was just sitting in a garage.
Yeah.
Took all that off, rebuilt the top end to fix that base gasket leak. I had the rear cylinder off, and I was like, I might as well do the whole thing at this point. So put new rings in it, used the stock pistons. It's a stock 1200 motor, and then cut the motorcycle in half and put the hardtail kit on it.
Your first chopper foray? First one, yeah?
First build.
You said you had some other bikes, or you were?
I built a Dyna. I started out in the Harley world building a Dyna. I wanted to be a Dyna bro. So I'm a closet Dyna bro at heart.
All right.
But I always wanted a chopper. I've looked at choppers online for a really long time. My dad built motorcycles when he was my age, and then kind of got out of it when he had us. Yeah. So I've always been exposed to Harleys, and just always seen choppers, and figured I'd want to do that next. And the Sportster kit makes it really easy. So I just kind of jumped right in.
Yeah, and you went all the way. You got the neck detail going. Yeah. Pulled it out.
That's your country bar kit too.
Oh, is it?
So
all right, cool.
That Coke tube.
Yeah, it makes it easy. Yeah. It makes it easy.
So cutting the motor mount off, welding that in there. The hardest part's cutting all that stamp.
It takes a long time, and you got to be patient with it. But I think the finished result is worth it. What do we got on paint here? This thing is very clean, very nice.
Yeah. So this is the first thing that I ever painted. I painted it with my dad. So my dad started out as a painter. I had a good mentor and coach.
Okay.
He was hands-on and hands-off. There were some things that he was just go nuts, have fun. There were some things where he showed me what to do here and there. It's House of Color Candy Brandy wine. So it's 2 coats of silver. That's the flake carrier. 2 coats of pagan gold. This bike was almost gold. Okay. And then I painted 1 coat of candy brandy wine over it. So it looks dark inside. It's really red outside. Yeah. That gold comes through when the sunlight hits.
Garage paint job? We in a booth? What, you had access to? Okay.
Yeah. I had access to a spray booth. So it had the solid rear Sportster wheel in a 21 single disc. And I knew I wanted to run a dual disc with bagger Brembos because I had that on my Dyna. Okay. So that's an aftermarket 16. And then that's an aftermarket dual flange 19. Okay. I originally wanted to run a dual flange 21-inch wheel, so do 21 and 16. But the aftermarket dual flange Sportster wheels don't clear the calipers because of the spoke pattern. So I machined the calipers down. There wasn't a lot of material thickness left. So I scrapped that, went back to the 19. Everything clears fine. It's probably over-braked for what it is.
Sure, but it looks cool.
It does look cool.
And it probably stops pretty well. Yeah, it's what you want. And what do you got on the front end? How far over are your tubes
I'm 6
there?
over.
6 over?
Yep.
Okay.
6 over.
Very popular, good look. Not too much, track's nice. You build that from scratch?
Yep. So
the front end?
The front end that I had on it was all chrome. Okay. So there's not really, I mean, you could probably try to turn that chrome down on a lathe, but I just bought the actual fork sliders from a local Harley dealership, machined those down, and then, all stock all stock stuff you can just buy from Harley. I've got the Prism Supply foot clutch. I did make my own foot clutch pedal for it.
Okay.
My ankle mobility didn't support their
a little more
clutch.
custom fit to your needs. Yeah. Nice.
Made the actual hand shifter.
Looks like you got our wiring harness in there.
The best Throttle Addiction product. I'm biased towards that product.
It makes it easy.
Everything's internally wired.
Yeah.
All the wires are up through the frame. The rear tail light is up. Everything's up the fender. Really neat and tidy.
Yeah.
I mean, if you walk up to it, you can try to find the wires on the bike. You gotta really look for them. It made it easy. And then my beautiful fiance sitting over there, she's got better finger dexterity than I. So when my thumbs and my fingers were bleeding from pulling the wires through, she came in and helped me finish the wires.
That's awesome. Yeah. You knocked it out of the park, man, especially for your first one. It's super clean, super awesome. We're excited to have any of our parts on any bike like this. So great job. Awesome. Thanks for talking with us a little bit. Sure. Yeah, appreciate it, man. Thank you. Fields here out of Virginia at Glory Days. We're going to talk a little bit about this tough shovel that this man put together. Give us a little bit about the start here, man. Was this a complete bike you tore apart? You pieced it all together?
I got this bike New Year's Day 2013. This was a wedding gift from my bike. 77 FLH, like bone stock. It ran, but it had flat tires. The transmission was shot.
Okay.
So this is the second version of this bike. The first one I had it in the original frame, but I had done most of the motor work and got the Baker 4-speed back then. But I started building this bike 2018. Didn't really want to know where I wanted to go with it. And then I just had some inspiration, I guess, woke up from a dream in the middle of the night and I was like, Robert Williams, Guns N' Roses, Appetite for Destruction. I need that on the gas tank.
All right.
Run with it.
Okay.
So if you look at it, it's really a theme bike, but I tried to make it where it's not like
over the top.
Like too like on the nose.
Sure. Yeah.
So it's got a lot of small details. It's got engraving on it. The bottom side of the tank's also painted. A lot of people miss that, but yeah.
So did you hardtail the frame or what do we got?
No, this is a 49 frame.
Okay.
It's a repop because I was going to cut it up anyway. No point in spending the money on a real one.
Yep.
I cut all the stuff off of it I didn't want it. Windowed the neck.
You're running the Bakers at a 5-speed in the 4 or
no.
Is it true 4?
That's the 4-speed that they don't make anymore.
Okay.
And people try to buy it from me all the time.
Who did your paint work then?
The tank was done by Scott Takes.
Okay.
Out in Iowa.
Yep.
Underground Art Studio, I think, is his operation. Yep. He painted stuff for Indy and Larry back in the day.
Yeah, Scott's done a lot of awesome work.
This is all airbrush. It's not an image transfer.
Yep. Yeah, he's the man.
And then my buddy Jared painted the rest of the frame and the fender.
We got a lot of engraving on here going. That's pretty sweet detail.
This guy out in Florida, to be honest with you, I don't even know his real name. On Instagram, he's Dessert First. People can go overboard with the engraving too. So I didn't want everything to be engraved.
Yeah, you definitely did like a tasteful amount of it where it's just not so crazy. Did you put these on?
Yeah. So, you know how the stock one, it has that big reflector boss on it?
Yeah.
I just got bored one day. And I was like, fuck it, let's put some lightning bolts on it because I had a lightning bolt here.
Yeah. So you just carved it out of the original block?
Yeah.
There you go.
I sat there with a Dremel and a die grinder.
That's awesome.
Probably took me 6 hours for each leg.
Yeah.
Doing it and then polishing it.
That's cool. I've not seen that before. That is a good use of that.
I tried to sell them, but for what I needed to get out of them, nobody was going to buy them.
Right.
I got a hell of a deal on the 18. It was off my buddy's old bike. I was like, it's great. It's not rare by any means, but most people don't run them.
Yeah.
And then the front wheel is kind of sentimental. That was off a friend of mine who passed away back in 2019. That was on his bike. Which, again, it's just a regular 19, but it was on my buddy's bike, so it means something to me.
Absolutely.
And then the lips are polished. I did that because, one, I don't see very many people with polished lips on mags, and two, I didn't want to polish the entire wheel because it takes forever.
Yeah.
So,
the cobbler's shoes children adage or whatever.
The cobbler's children wear no shoes.
There you go.
Yep.
Al here, Icehouse Polishing, if you need some polishing work.
Yep. We can take care of anything you got.
He's doing it. Beautiful build. Thanks for taking a minute to chat about it.
Appreciate it.
Here with Alex again. Now we're on his FXR. Give us a little bit of the background. Where'd you pick this thing up? Let's get into it.
This is a 93 convertible. I found this last year. On Instagram, guy was selling it up in Buffalo. We were already up here in Pittsburgh for a show. It was too good of a deal to pass up. I was just gonna flip it. Went and got it home. Made a pipe for it, changed the bars out because it had ape hangers on it. It was kind of like a...
That's not what you wanted.
Right, kind of like a grandpa bike. But I changed the bars on it, made a pipe for it. I rode it all last summer and fell in love with it, so I decided to keep it. And then last winter, I tore it down and then modified a few things, cleaned a few things up, bought some parts. built what I liked to see on an FXR from coming from an older Harley like chopper background.
Sure.
I tried to do things a little bit different that you don't see on FXRs. I got a few weird parts on here, like these fork caps and this eyebrow. A guy in Japan makes that. It's like just stuff that you don't normally see on FXRs. If the formula works, you know.
Right. I mean, everything you got is like super clean, kind of that stripped down chopper aesthetic, but on like a modern performance bike, you know. And it shows.
I didn't want any one thing on this bike to jump out at you.
Right.
Like I wanted it to be like a total package. You look at it and nothing really immediately grabs your eye, but then you start looking at him like,
running a super clean setup up there, you know, which no
switches, no mirrors,
for
chopper style stuff.
Exactly.
The big thing on this one that kind of trips people out, some people think this is a wrap, but this is not a wrap. This is Aston Martin paint. So it's called Andromeda Red. I saw it on Instagram on some insane Aston Martin that they're selling now. And then the caption was like $100,000 paint job. This is bullshit.
Yeah.
And I went and found the paint. And Aston Martin claims that you can't buy it, but I found it.
You can buy it?
Yeah.
Who did that for you?
My buddy Tyler did this for me.
Is this all hand lettered then, or are those?
No, that's
the decal.
That's a decal that my wife made for me because I'm not paying for a real Harley decal. Yeah. she's got a vinyl cutter, so I said, here, go plug this into the vinyl cutter and print it out.
You got to go for it.
But yeah, the painter was cussing me because I told him, I said, bury the decals.
Yep.
He spent days. I think he said he ended up putting 11 coats of clear on it to bury the decals. So he wasn't too happy with me about that. But I worked out a deal with him. He's got a 57 Cadillac that he wants all the stainless polished on.
Oh, there we go.
And I said, well, there's a lot of stainless on that, so you're going to have to give me what I want on this paint job. This is my road trip bike.
Yeah.
I've already probably put 2,000 miles on it since I finished it. I just finished this a couple months ago.
Okay. These lowers are catching my eye. What you just put them in the lathe.
Some details in there,
polished parts on it. They're very cool.
I just put them in the lathe, turned them down. Nothing crazy, no crazy machining work. I mean, that whole thing took maybe an hour to do.
Yeah.
And then I polished it and brushed it.
Yep.
Just some added little detail. I got the fuel gauge.
Yeah. No.
Because you look in there, all you see is backbone. Like you can't tell how much gas is in those tanks.
Otherwise, no speedo, no tag.
No,
just
not interested in all that.
Not interested. Super clean, nice looking build. So
appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for taking a minute to chat with me about it.
Nah, thank you.
All right.
I'm from Bellevue, Pennsylvania, just outside of Pittsburgh, and this is my 2000 Sportster chopper. We got the full Throttle Addiction Deluxe Hardtail Kit, the oil tank, the fender, the hardtail seat, and sissy bar. Went with a stock Harley 21-inch on the front that you can't really find anywhere. A lot of people don't really know where it comes from, but it's actually just off a Sportster. So Slim's Fab on Instagram, he makes some cool shit, and I saw that and I was like, I want to have some support there on the front, being 8 over, and it looks really cool on there. I got that chrome powder coated, and it just ties in with this look of the bike. And then I actually have the Throttle Addiction mid controls, and then I have your extended forks too. So originally I went 6 over, and I was like, I want to go a little bit more. Those were perfect to get that extension. They blend in nicely, and they were really easy to install. Wanted to customize it from there. We did a little bit of barbed wire on the back, hand rolled that out of some stainless steel, got it all powder coated. Really just wanted sort of a classic chopper look, and I thought Throttle Addiction was the best way to go as a first build. Sort of all the kit parts was really cool to be able to deal with, and then really gave me the confidence to be able to build my own bike, basically. Shout out to Roll On Cycle in Oakdale. Zach Williams there, he really helped me sort of bring the vision together. I stripped everything apart based on your guys' video, and then he cut it for me, welded it, and that's everything else I did. So I did the gas tank, the oil tank, and then everything else is powder coated. And I actually redid the tank 2 weeks ago before we came here, just to give it a little bit different look. I built it last year, and then I had painted the tank, the 2 tanks, and then sort of just rode it all summer, tried to work out the kinks of how I really wanted to ride it. Those were the strap-on ones at first, but we figured why not, permanently make them there, make it look really clean. That exhaust also was a hanger up to the peg, and somehow we got it to line up perfectly, me and Zach. He welded those tabs with just some measurements on the bike frame that I drew, and it just worked out really good. Out of high school, my dad bought me a motorcycle. I had a Ducati Monster as my first bike. Really just wanted to get into sport bikes and stuff like that, so I sold that, got a CBR, bought a Ninja 636 when I got up here, and then that kind of sucked riding around town. Wanted to get into bobbers and Harleys and stuff like that, so sold the Ninja, bought a Sportster 48, and then attended Glory Days and really just fell in love with the choppers and the community and stuff. Everybody's really cool. Watched some videos from you guys and just got the confidence to go for building a chopper, and here we are. It was really cool. It was a lot of fun. Would love to keep doing more. Just try to ride the shit out of it. Yeah, I don't know, some of the chrome and stuff is peeling, and that's sort of why I went with the name Lo-Fi, because it's making the best out of what's there, what's left over, the imperfection, embracing those types of things. It's a rider. It's not a show bike. I literally ride it more than any of my other bikes or my car. It's just a lot of fun. Yeah, the other day I was leaving the gym, and this guy was turning around the corner, and he just stopped dead and was like, "That's fucking sick." It's thanks. Just stuff like that's really cool. The appreciation people give. I guess it's one of those things too. If you build a bike, you know what goes into it. So I have a new appreciation for all these other bikes too, because this shit was a lot of work, but I love it, and it was a lot of fun. I can't wait to do another build. My name's Joey Reid. I'm from Bellevue, Pennsylvania, and my Instagram is J_REID05.
We're here at Glory Days. We got Bob Buchmeier here. He brought out a substantial collection of bikes. We got two back here in the background, and then we got two here we'll talk about. So, Bob, tell us a little bit about this one, where it started, kind of hit the highlights of some of the amazing details. I mean, this thing, you could look at it for hours. It had a crowd around it all weekend.
So basically we started, Brian Butera was one of the builders and did a lot of fabrication work. He built the frames, the exhaust. I built this bike for my wife. She doesn't ride a bike, but she loves the bike.
Yep.
You know, and if you look, the back of it, it has her name, our birth year's in it.
Okay.
The name of the bike is back here, Miss Elegant, you know. There was a lot of fabricators in this. Drew from Freak Show Fab, he was in it. John from Hardtail Choppers, you know, we buy stuff from him. Baker Transmission, it's an S&S knuckle, you know, that we disassembled. We polished and had a chrome.
Stainless frame?
It's a whole stainless frame,
all stainless frame, all polished.
Yep.
Yep.
Brian did all that. Kenji from King's 1950. He was a painter from Japan.
Yes.
And he was the one that did the fender and the tank on this one here.
And talk a little bit, I mean, you told me this is not an inlay. This is all done with paintwork, even all these details.
So this is an epoxy tank that he does. And then what he does is he does an oyster inlay. And then he does layers of paint to make it look like it's metal.
Metal, but it's actually paint.
It's actually paint.
That's crazy. It's really wild. And this front end is pretty unique. I mean, looks like you got some Mullins trees on there, and then is this a 35?
33.
33, okay.
Drew built this from Freak Show Fab.
Yep.
Also, we have some CT Newman lights on it.
Yeah.
We just wanted to build the best of the best.
Yeah.
So that when we bring them to shows, people go, wow.
Yeah.
You know, that's what it's about.
Right.
And then they can take that vision and build their own.
Sure.
You know?
Yeah.
Everybody's got a vision in this world. It don't matter how big you are, how old you are. Everybody has to have something.
Yeah.
You know? You'll never get out what you put in.
No.
But what you could have is a legacy of bikes.
Yeah.
So that when we kick the bucket and go down the road, there's something that is left here.
Yeah.
That people could really talk about.
Which one came first?
They both came at the same time. Same time, man. Same time. Brian, he slimmed it down. Here's in the back here, here's the tail light.
Okay, yeah.
That's the actual tail light that he custom made. Yeah. And he customed out the struts on it. Joe, a different painter here with Gemini Customs, he's the one that painted this one. I built this one for my son. You just don't sell them, you know?
Yeah.
On the front end is a Dragon Soul Custom out of Europe. CT Newman headlight.
Yep.
This is a S&S panhead.
Yep.
With a Baker 6x4 transmission on it, you know? You know, they're big motors. They're punched out 10 over.
Oh yeah.
So
these are not stock S&S. You opened them up, went a little.
Yes.
Yeah, man. You're doing it all the way. Yep.
This one's here's name is Black Betty.
Okay. And you were showing me you got the bling in there.
Oh yeah. So on both of them on the push rod collars, and I took them to my jeweler and I says, hey, put some diamonds in them bad boys. And he's like, huh? What do these go to, Bob? So this one here, my son built top to bottom. The only thing that he had Drew from Freak Show help him a little bit.
Yep.
You know, those two are good buddies, you know, and so my son owns a company called Hell's Holler Chop Shop. Okay. Which is up underneath there.
There you go.
That he did.
Yep.
And John, these are like one-offs.
John at Hardtail, yeah.
This was an old Denver's frame.
Denver's chopper, but you were telling me you used to have a Knucklehead in here?
Yeah, there was a 41 knuckle inside of this frame. Obviously, you can tell it's got electric start on it, right?
Yeah.
Because as we get older, it gets harder to kick them bad boys, right?
I hear you.
The seat here was done at Six Saddles.
Okay.
My buddy there.
And we should say your son, you were kind enough to bring the bikes out. He had to work today.
Exactly.
Yeah. The father-son duo, but he had to go make the money. We got one more. One more. Little Evo chopper.
Yeah.
Nice.
The little evil. Evil.
Evil Evo. I like
That's what they have on the plaque.
Oh, do they?
So Brandon, my brother, he just retired. He wanted a bike built because he rides with us and we always all ride together. So I told my brother, I said, let us build you something. Brandon got started on it and this is what it turned out to be. And if you see, there's like a coin here. This is of our older brother that passed away quite a few years back, like 5 years ago. Okay. We do a ride every year for him out of the Moose Lodge in Chicago Heights, Illinois.
Was this a Denver's frame as well?
Yes.
Yeah, original old one? Yeah. Got the classic chopper 70s look, man.
Yeah.
With the modern reliability.
Exactly. Yeah, man. So you can ride down the road and not break down.
Yeah, yeah.
So my brother's,
sometimes you just want to get there.
Exactly. So my brother's name is Mouse.
Okay.
He put he had Mighty Mouse painted on there.
But, well, Bob, thanks for talking with us
and
bringing these out. Thank you. Thanks for your time today.
You.